We are in the waning hours of June, and this is the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video, the final edition for June 2025. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Weather for Weather Geeks. And as we get set to head into the month of July, we've got some good news and some bad news if you're kind of tired of the heat and humidity and the storms and all that. In this video, we're going to talk about, of course, the short term, but since tomorrow is July 1st, thought I'd review June. Some of the numbers are pretty impressive in June, and then we'll talk about the July forecast as well. First things first, it's muggy outside on this final evening of the month. It's like walking into a sauna out there. You know, it's not as hot as some of our previous June days, but humidity levels way up there with the dew points in the lower and middle 70s. I'm recording this video at 7:16 in the evening, and still have a smattering of showers and storms across the area. Nothing severe at the moment, and at this point I doubt we'd have any severe weather tonight, but might be a stronger storm in the near term, perhaps impacting parts of Columbiana County, and especially off to the south into Carroll County, and down into the panhandle of West Virginia eventually this evening. Rainfall totals today, heaviest, most consistently off to the north and west of our TV viewing area, so parts of southern Geauga County, northern Portage, northern Summit. There's been some 1, 2, even close to 3-inch amounts there. In our local area, a couple of stripes where the rain came down pretty good for a time this afternoon, from about Mecca to Kinsman, and then also over towards Clark and up towards just south of the Greenville area and heading over towards Sandy Lake as well over in Mercer County, some 1-inch plus amounts over there. Now, as of the issuance of the climate report for the Youngstown Warren Airport at about 5:30 this evening, at that point we had 0.14 in the rain gauge for the day there. We may see some measurable precipitation yet this evening. Won't be much, though, probably at the airport. So for all intents and purposes, this will be pretty close to our final numbers for the month of June. They are impressive, of course. This is our wettest June in 6 years. It's been since 2019. You may remember that summer, especially in June, we had a lot of flooding problems in parts of the area. But at the airport, 6.33, about where we're going to finish for the month, and that's over 2 inches above the average for the month of June. And perhaps even more impressive, it looks like June will go down as the most humid June on record for our area. When we look at the mean or the average daily dew points, this line right here would be this month, June 2025. And I believe since the good records began for our area back in the 1930s and 1940s, this probably will be the most humid June on record. So coinciding with all the humidity we've had an active month in terms of storms, and temperatures have been warm, and these high humidity levels, these high dew points, keep the temperatures up at night, especially now. We're going to go into the record books as well above the average in overall temperatures, not only here locally, but in much of the country, actually. What's been really impressive have been our overnight lows. They've been way, way above the average, thanks to the muggy air mass not allowing for much recovery in those temperatures at night, or much dropping of those temperatures, I should say, at night. All right, so looking ahead to the month of July, here's where the news may be not so good if you're kind of tired of the pattern that we've been in. Now, will July, I should say, be as stormy and wet as June? I kind of doubt that, but I think odds do favor probably a wetter than average outcome by some magnitude in eastern Ohio and western PA. These forecasts, courtesy of the Climate Prediction Center, they put out their final July outlooks today, and I don't have any arguments with what they have in terms of precipitation or temperatures. Look at the country as a whole. Just like in June, a below average or a cooler than average month is not favored really anywhere across the U.S. I think the heat will be centered for a lot of the month out here across the Rocky Mountain states, but it looks pretty warm to me compared to the average. Now, climatologically speaking, of course, July is our hottest month of the year, but even compared to those already warm averages, we should have a pretty toasty month of July. And the first day of July on Tuesday will be a little unsettled. Now, the chance for thunderstorms and even a low-end severe weather threat like we had today, I don't think we'll see a repeat of that tomorrow, but I do think, especially around midday, there can be some showers around. It's July 1st tomorrow. When we see a cold front at this time of the year, we're typically not going to see a big air mass change, especially in terms of our temperatures. But there will be a dew point drop behind this front. Now, again, we're not talking autumnal changes here, but we will notice the change in a lot of places towards tomorrow evening. The chance for rain probably diminishes quickly towards evening, probably highest right around midday, but maybe there's a residual shower or even a thunderstorm late in the afternoon, early in the evening. That's a small chance, though. Pretty good chance of at least some patches of fog as Wednesday gets underway, but this will be a nice day Wednesday. Once we lose any fog, we're looking for sunshine. We're looking for dew points dropping enough that it will be a noticeable change in the air mass. Delightful second half of the day Wednesday. Great summer evening Wednesday evening. Our forecast for Thursday does include a small chance of a shower, as there will be a front trying to slide in. But it's a low chance. A lot of us will get away dry, and I think we will be dry for the 4th of July coming up on Friday. So, again, the air mass change, you got to keep your expectations in check in the middle of the summer season. But with dew points dropping out of the tropical 70s into the lower and middle 60s for a few days, that'll be pretty nice. And again, all systems go for great weather for fireworks Friday evening before the heat and humidity build back in for the rest of the holiday weekend. If you're taking in a fireworks show somewhere across the valley, maybe celebrating just in your backyard Friday evening, we don't have any rain to worry about. The humidity will be manageable. Temperatures comfortable, middle 70s in the early evening hours, dropping into the lower 70s as the evening progresses. And then for the holiday weekend coming up, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be hot. It's going to be humid, upper 80s, maybe even close to 90. The dew points will start coming back up. Doesn't look like a lot of rain to me at this point. There may be a shower or storm, especially on Saturday, but I don't think we're looking at a particularly active, long holiday weekend. A lot of people have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Friday really looks nice. Saturday and Sunday, good pool weather, and maybe just some small rain chances as well. We'll keep updating that weekend forecast and much more coming up this week on Weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching. On this Monday evening, I'll meet you right back here on Tuesday.